Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. Jota, and I'm going to deliver y'all 4 news stories for the most updated stories I have regarding to Real Madrid, the players, and of course, very far away from the sideshow we are living in over the last 72 hours with Leo Messi and Kylian Mbappe and all the stuff. I'm going to talk about, in the first place, Dani Ceballos, who has stated that he thinks that he can fit in very good in the system of Carlo Ancelotti in Real Madrid. What in reality Dani Ceballos wants to express is his intention to stay in Real Madrid for a long time. I mean, let me tell you what, if you asked to me about Dani Ceballos maybe last week, I would say no. There's no place for that player. Sorry. There's no place. There's no chance for him to play in Real Madrid. But in the last week, something changed. The injury, the super bad injury from Toni Kroos, and of course, the more than possible departure of Martin Odegaard to Arsenal, it is opening a wide and big door for Dani Ceballos to stay. And that is true. I mean, you can't start off the season with only 1-2 midfielders. That is completely impossible. I mean, they were supposed to be Martin Odegaard, Fede Valverde, they were supposed to be the next midfielders for Real Madrid, but not anymore. Odegaard is about to leave. Fede Valverde is still not feeling good. And of course, Toni Kroos will be out for a while. So, is there now any other chance for Dani Ceballos to play in Real Madrid? To be important for Carlo Ancelotti? To fit the 4-3-3 new system of Carlo Ancelotti for Real Madrid? The answer is yes. I mean, Dani Ceballos has right now a bigger chance right in front of his eyes to play in Real Madrid, or I would say maybe to stay in Real Madrid, maybe one more season. Of course, Dani Ceballos has been a player who never had such incredible chance to still play in Real Madrid, to stay playing in Real Madrid, because Zinedine Zidane didn't count on him a single season. He didn't give him a single chance to play in Real Madrid, so he had to move out to Arsenal and try to become important. But now with this different scenario, of course I would say Dani Ceballos has a chance to play in Real Madrid. Let's see what happens. I mean, I will keep monitoring and tracking the situation, but you never know, man. This is soccer, so everything can happen. But of course, today is closer to remain in Real Madrid rather than to get out of Real Madrid. So now let's move on and let's keep talking about 2 more names. The first one, Luka Jovic, the Serbian player, as you know, was going to be the replacement for Karim Benzema this season. He was going to play as the second striker for Real Madrid. He wanted to stay. He wanted to have a second chance in Real Madrid. But according to this information, the Serbian player will no longer have a chance in Real Madrid. And as soon as they get an offer for the player, Real Madrid will sit down on the table to negotiate for Luka Jovic. And of course, if another good offer comes through, Luka Jovic will be sold to whoever it is. Maybe Milan, perhaps Inter de Milan, I don't know. But the firm and straight decision with Luka Jovic is to sell him. There's no other way around. I mean, it really doesn't matter. We saw a better Luka Jovic the other day playing against Milan in a couple of situations where, in my opinion, the player tried his best. And of course, with that super pass to Gareth Bale right to the gap, when Gareth Bale got the ball and, tried to carry up the ball all the way to the goal, and then he was fouled and it was penalty and all the stuff. That pass was from Luka Jovic, and then he came to receive the ball to the midfield, which is another detail important every time we talk about forwards and stuff like that. It really doesn't matter to Carlo Ancelotti because he's not seeing to Luka Jovic as a real or natural replacement for Luka Jovic. So for Karim Benzema. So That said, Luka Jovic, like I said, will be sold as soon as Real Madrid gets a good offer, decent offer, reasonable offer for him. What I don't know in reality is who is going to put 30 million on the table for Luka Jovic. Maybe, like I said, maybe Milan, maybe Inter, maybe Eintracht, the Frankfurt, I don't know. But of course, it's really sad for him because he was expecting to have another chance at Real Madrid, but now it is going to be almost, impossible. Almost impossible. So there's no chance for Luka Jovic to keep playing in Real Madrid. So Luka Jovic is going to lead me to another specific name, very similar, but different for different reasons. I'm talking about Mariano Diaz, who allegedly doesn't want to get out of Real Madrid, doesn't want to play for any other team, and he refused the possibility to leave Real Madrid. Okay, what is the situation with this player? Let me tell you what. Mariano Diaz is not at all. Is not even the third option in the forward of Real Madrid. It's not even the third option for the attack of Real Madrid. This player has been in the same situation, has been remaining in the same situation over the last 3 years. Since he came back from France, from Olympique de Lyon, where he had a very good season. He scored about 24 goals or something like that. Right after that with Zinedine Zidane, he didn't have any chance to play, any real chance to play in Real Madrid because Zinedine Zidane wanted to sign Luka Jovic, and that's why he was, pushed down to the third place. So the problem is, every time a player doesn't want to leave just because he makes more money in Real Madrid or even another big team, and maybe FC Barcelona or stuff like that, in my opinion, these guys are not thinking about themselves, are not thinking about their careers. They are just thinking about money. And that is what makes me nuts. I mean, if you are a professional football player, the first thing, the top priority for you should be to play soccer, wherever it is, regardless the money you're making. Because in the short term, maybe you're making more money, but in the long run, let me tell you what, maybe you will lose a lot of money. So it is probably better for you to move out somewhere where you really can play every single weekend and become really important. And maybe another good offer next year comes through, paying you more than double you're making currently, and have another big chance in another, big team. But if you refuse to leave Real Madrid when you're really aware that you won't have any chance, man, what are you thinking about? Your professional career is not the most important for you, and that is what makes me nuts. I mean, I understand, but if you have offers, man, there's no point in remaining in Real Madrid when you know nobody wants you there. You won't have any chance. There's no point in remaining in Real Madrid. There's no point, man. Why don't you think about that a little bit, think about twice. Think about it twice. I think it's better for you. I mean, do me a favor, man. Be professional and get out of Real Madrid because nobody wants you there. And it really tastes me bad because I don't want to blast any single player of Real Madrid. But I'm trying to be realistic. I'm trying to be honest with Mariano. Man, there's no point. Why do you want to stay in a team where nobody wants you there? It's a completely nonsense and nobody really understands. I mean, I don't know what you're going to do, man, but my suggestion is go and get out and try to succeed in another team. I think it's the best for everybody. Okay, so now let's move on and let's talk about the last news regarding to Leo Messi, but in a different way, in a different approach. Okay, as you know, or just in case you don't know, there was a person, one of the board members, who resigned right after the decision to kick Leo Messi out of FC Barcelona. And actually, he's blasting FC Barcelona because he's saying there was no will in trying to retain Leo Messi. I mean, there was no honest intention to keep Lionel Messi in FC Barcelona. So a lot of people out there are thinking that it was Florentino Perez the real responsible to convince Joan Laporta to kick Leo Messi out of FC Barcelona. Okay, let me tell you what. Don't misinterpret the words Florentino Perez might have had with Joan Laporta in regards to Leo Messi. What Florentino Perez might have said to Joan Laporta is pretty much, the club is above everybody, and you might be responsible for the bankruptcy of FC Barcelona. So if you don't want the people point the finger on you in the future, you better sell Leo Messi, because otherwise your club is done. It's over. So when Florentino Perez suggests something to Joan Laporta just because they had a meeting last Sunday, doesn't mean Florentino Perez controls everything in soccer. That is not true. It's simply not true. Have you seen the PSG board members signing in players over and over again, day in, day out, violating every single rule of the financial fair play? Those are the ones who control everything in soccer. So don't blame Florentino for the departure of Leo Messi, because it makes any sense. It really makes any sense.